Please spank me or something. It's just, everyone fucking loves me here. I didn't realize it, but I'm actually kind of into pain. We're just gonna pretend like your face wasn't bloody on the floor, girl? Alright. High Bishop is a pretty crazy promo. God spoke to me, bitch. Sit down. I wrote that as gay priest. I was like, damn. I didn't remember that development in last season. How long until she asks for a head pat from her? I give it at 5 episodes max. Before she's like, well, maybe. A sigh of relief. The thing that could have cost her her life clearly went well if she's finished that, right? And they would have had no way of knowing unless they got the body back, I guess. So essentially, because of that magical contract making they have to have that connection, by killing him, it would sever that connection, therefore, that's not allowed. Obviously, there's a part of her thinking, like, oh, this is going to be like old times, but of course it's not because of her High Bishop status, right? I hate it here. They got sticks so far up their ass, I swear to God, I can't even begin to imagine how they bend over. Everyone's there is like, nothing we see in this room leaves this room. Please spank me or something. It's just, everyone fucking loves me here. I didn't realize it, but I'm actually kind of into pain. Beautiful. I like that. Because the more moments like these, the more it shows like she ain't just some random kid who got thrown in because of who she knew. I thought it was going to be a lot more like, yeah, maybe we'd get letters, but this is a really touching moment to really add in that loving nature. Tis tis wit studio. Got caught with a hand in the cookie jar, and they had to update it. Now, those are some of my highlights. You want to catch the full live reactions to any of these episodes, head on over to the Patreon. So yeah, with Studio, there was a big uproar last week. They got caught using AI. To be honest, my initial reaction was probably. Every fucking company does it anymore. Not saying we have to like it, but I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, Don Machi had an AI-generated building this latest season. I will be honest, though. It really sucks having to admit it. The AI one looked better. I mean, granted, they were on a tight deadline to quickly update it. But yeah, not great. Hopefully, no more of it. But most likely, there'll just be more from this and other studios. Because that's basically what's happened anymore. Is that it has been incorporated into everything, whether we like it or not. So it is what it is. But either way, this is why I skip openings and endings after the first time. Don't want to support that AI, am I right? Now, overall, though, really great episode. I'm surprised because we ended the last episode. Our girl, fucking murder scene, massacre in before the source theaters. Actually, it wasn't that intense in the source material, so it was actually kind of okay. Shut up. So, most likely, it wasn't as bad, though. But at the same time, it is kind of funny when you assume this might just become so common that whenever there's a bloody murder scene on the carpet, they just cut away like nothing happened. I'm assuming at some point we're going to circle back to the guesses. The guess. Buddy, who was walking with us and dragging, once we circle back to his character, he's probably going to have a little PTSD trauma about the whole exchange, and then we'll see the flashback of what happened. But yeah, I will be honest, I was not expecting to come into a fairly wholesome episode after... Jesus. But I can't deny the fact this is a great episode, and to be honest, even more enjoyable than the premiere return episode last week. I mean, High Bishop is crazy. I mean, you gotta understand, too, even when things go well, which I honestly forgot about this detail, but it was nice that the family thought about it. I think it was her sister, specifically. Had anything went wrong at either of the ceremonies, she would have died. And I forgot that detail, to be honest. And yeah, she did fine, so therefore, no murder. But it's not just the fact that she has to do well at those initial ceremonies in terms of the adoption, baptism, all that bullshit. Every day after, she has to be perfect. Because there are going to be a lot of people who are looking to tear down the new child who now has an insane amount of power and, you know, randomly came from bumfuck nowhere and now is higher ranking than you. Like, there's going to be some salty people. She has an insane amount of paperwork and different things to read now, given her role. And I mean, I assume at some point someone's going to try to sneak something into her big stack of make sure you read this, make sure you do this, and when she does something wrong, it'll be like, see, we can't trust some 6-year-old child to be in control of A, B, and C. But I mean, by the end of the episode, she definitely flexes that, well, she is built different, at least. One of the probably standout moments of her new career will be this moment in particular, and she'll be doing it every time, I imagine. So it's not like she needs a certain instrument or anything, she's just casually doing the most insane magic blessings known to man, and everyone when they leave the room are like, oh my god, wow, I mean, she didn't need a piece of equipment, she did this shit just naturally. So clearly she belongs in the role that she has. things aren't just going to be perfect. I mean, right now, they are, all things considered. But the fact that even skeptics in the crowd and people next to her are starting to realize that, like, hey, at face value, we want to judge a book by its cover. Little girl does not deserve to be in this high position of power. Fuck, little girl's actually quite impressive. And I really like his face in particular because, like, she's in the middle of worrying, like, oh shit, did I do something wrong? Did I do something that I shouldn't have? And he's just grinning like, yes. Everything according to plan right now, and I love it. He's just such a good character. And honestly, all the little reunions were just fucking fantastic this week. One of my favorites is the fact that she literally, with her full chest, says, God damn, no one scolds me around here. I need praise and I need my ass beat. There's just too much niceness anymore. Like, girl, you just had your fucking face brutalized on the goddamn carpet. Chill your ass. But still, it's kind of nice seeing this because she's not able to talk with her family. At some point, do I think she'll be able to? Probably. But it won't be anytime soon. It could be years and years and years later. The reason he can interact with her is they made a contract that's magically bound, so they have to be able to still stay in touch. Now, I like what they did too about the whole letter situation. So the family probably isn't allowed to give letters to Rosemind, right? But a letter to the dead mime may be on the table. And as he says, even if I get caught doing this, the worst they can do is just tell me not to give you the letter. I can't get killed for this. We have a contract stating I have to be attached to you. So it's like they can't eliminate me without breaking that contract. So it's very interesting seeing the little pieces at play, and I think by having the family at the very end of the episode just show her that they are still there was a really touching moment and honestly a tearjerker. Just the fact that, yes, they can't walk up to her and say, hey, High Bishop, but they can stand there and say, we were in that crowd, we are supporting you. And the fact that she can then show, like, I'm still wearing that hair ornament. Like, they're there even if they're at a distance. The fact that her sister is being trained and eventually will be the sole person responsible for making the dresses that she wears. Her dad is literally protecting the streets so that she can stay safe. All right, it's really nice what they're doing with the writing. And I think one of the things that's very surprising about Bookworm as a series for me is that it objectively is a slow-moving series. Now, I don't say that as an insult, but in general, it is just a lot of characters standing around talking. But man, I'll look at the time bar and 12 minutes have passed. I'm like, shit. Any other show, that would have been dry and boring conversations, not with Bookworm. Really like this. And, you know, at the rate we're going, once per episode, we're going to have a cool Sakuga magical spell, with the rest being just driven by its amazing dialogue. Things are going to happen that are going to be bad. There's going to be drama for sure. But at the end of the day, I think they did a hell of a good job with this episode. And you know what? Good on them. They're updating the opening. That's good. Just don't be surprised if more and more anime get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. It's happening more and more. It's kind of like game devs. Like they won't be honest about it because they know the backlash. Get mad at it. Just, I think if we get to the point where it's like we can't watch Bookworm because it had an AI opening, it's like we can't watch anything because unfortunately that shit's been incorporated into everything. I just say fuck them and completely watch it legally. Anyway, your thoughts down below. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, Patreon for live reactions do live over there, and other exclusives, because you know I gotta give those video shouts, because my patrons are why you can get these YouTube videos at all. Alright, so today we got 4-6, Doc, Tyrun, Danny Boy, Simon Lau, Mark Green, Greedex23, Neil Vickers, and we also have Jenny Stiegel, so I appreciate the support. Please take care. You know, have a good one.